These remarkably easy-to-make cheeses require no fancy ingredients, just a handful of pantry staples and your trusty blender. I start by soaking my cashews. If you have a high-powered blender, you can skip this step. After draining the cashews, I toss them into a blender with all of the other ingredients. Don't overlook the miso paste. Its fermented taste really elevates the flavor of this cheese to new heights. Thankfully, it's available in most grocery stores today. Give the blender a good scrape and keep on blending until all of the ingredients are incorporated and the mixture is smooth. The cheese goes into the refrigerator overnight. This will set the cheese. I'd like to use a nut milk bag, but multiple layers of cheesecloth would also be effective. The cheese comes out of the fridge and you can see that it is now firm. You could lightly reshape the cheese if you like. And I'm just pressing in some chopped fresh parsley. Fresh dill would also be a great topping. The flavor is a symphony of garlicky, cheesy goodness and rich indulgence. The next cheese is the baked feta. This cheese has a more mellow flavor and a firm, crumbly texture. Again, all of the ingredients go into a blender. We're starting with almond flour. If you make your own almond flour and save the remaining almond powder, you could definitely use that. This recipe is refreshingly simple with only a handful of ingredients. It comes together in a flash, making it convenient and time-saving. This cheese must go into the refrigerator overnight to drain out the liquids and make the cheese more firm. I am once again putting this cheese into a nut milk bag. You could also use cheesecloth if you like. Some liquid will drain from this cheese, so be sure to put it into a container that allows the liquid to drain freely. I'm simply using a bowl with a mesh strainer. I estimate that just over a tablespoon of liquid drained out of my cheese. Now it's time to bake the feta. Transfer the cheese to a baking sheet with a silicone baking mat or parchment paper. The feta is still pretty soft at this point. You would be able to shape it however you like. While this cheese recipe is truly delectable, it isn't my creation. The link to the original recipe is in the description box. The cheese bakes for about 40 minutes or until it begins to crack. Once the cheese comes out, you could serve it hot or place it into the fridge to cool for a while. The texture will be softer when served hot. To enhance the flavor, I've prepared a simple topping consisting of warmed extra virgin olive oil and fresh chopped parsley and dill. These cheeses are undoubtedly worth the effort, and I must say, I've yet to find store-bought cheeses that compare in flavor.